Welcome to Talkin Business. I'm Joe Catrambone. I'm CEO of the Stuart Martin County Chamber of Commerce. And I've got a dynamo of a guest with me today, Candace Lopes, Skin Serenity Spa. She's been on our board for 3 years, and she has stood out. She is, as I said, a dynamo. She's generous to a fault. She brings gifts to our guests, or our staff, I'm sorry. Gifts for my wife. Recently, she brought me, and I love it to death, an olive tree. Now, how many people would think to bring you an olive tree? Is it because I'm Italian and you thought I need to crush my own olive oil? Or,
well, that could be part of it.
Or is it just because I like trees and plants and stuff? She contributes when we ask her to. She sponsors when she asks her to. She recently made a really nice contribution to our scholarship fund, the Joseph A. Catrambone Scholarship Fund. And she's one of those people that if you need her, she'll always be there. And so I'm honored and I'm pleased and I'm so happy that you decided to make is this your TV debut?
It is.
Is it really?
Actually, interesting story. To sidebar this, Dean and I were in San Francisco and we were hit by a film crew to do an interview about husbands and wives and how they argue about chores.
Oh, that's
so
okay.
This is my second debut. This is my debut in Florida.
Well, incidentally, Aunt Candace's husband Dean is a musician, an entertainer.
Yes.
And so not only does she run her business and take care of her house and things, she follows him around like a groupie, right?
Yeah, 30 years groupie, yes.
So what? And I'm going to tell a story in a minute, but tell me what brought you to Martin County? How did you end up here?
We lived in LA. We had been in LA for 13 years, and my mother lived in Hobestown, and she kept sending us those real estate books.
Oh yeah.
They don't. I don't even know if they have them anymore
don't.
because the market's so hot. And my husband kept opening. He's like, what? And he's looking. He's like, and he's just looking at me. And things in California back in 2001 were really different than they were when we had moved there. And so we thought about it. We talked about it. We visited here, and then we decided to move here. We spent a year doing our due diligence and making sure all our T's were crossed and our I's were dotted. I was working in a hospital and I owned a business at the time, so we had to take care of that. And we packed up and we drove here, and 2002, we've been 20 years, so yeah, we love it here.
That's great. Now, so I remember, we're so lucky to have you here, and I really mean that.
Thank you.
But a couple of years ago, I remember you came in and said, "Joe, we're moving, we're leaving," and I went, "What?" You had a great business going, everything going, and so I remember I know I attempted to talk you out of it, and you changed your mind, and I'm so happy you did.
Thank you.
And
we are too.
Well, I'm glad, obviously, and I want you to stay here forever.
Everything happens for a reason, you know. The business was going good. Everything's, both of our businesses going great. But I had a yearning to teach, and I was,
that's right.
I had something that was coming down the pike, and the offer was a good offer, but it wasn't as good as what they said it was going to be. So.
Well,
there
good.
you go.
I'm
here.
I'm glad the offer wasn't good.
So still here. Still here.
Like you said, things happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
So you're to a man, your business is unique, I think. Now, women obviously care about their skin, and you can tell I don't because I stay in the sun. And I asked you about getting a skin. What do you call it?
You asked me about a facial.
Yeah, and I said, so after you do it, do I have to stay out of the sun? And you said, yeah. You said, you're not going to do it.
No, you're not, and that's fine. And that's fine. Yeah.
I may one day, but anyway, so do you see? Has there been changes since you started that were major changes in the industry, or do you see with technology and all of the things today? Do you see changes coming in your industry?
So that is a great question. One of the issues that I have as an esthetician with a medical background, and that's more of how I gear my business, is there's a lot of fads and gimmicks that come and go in every
Everything.
industry, right? In every industry.
Absolutely,
So
yes.
it's very difficult to, for the consumer to weed through all of that. So I don't feel that certain things have changed. What did change was new equipment to do the procedures that we do, new research and science in how the skin reacts to certain things, like UV radiation. So that has changed. More of the scientific development, more of the knowledge as far as what is detrimental, what is good. But the techniques and the procedures, they're still what they used to do 20 years ago. Those are the tried and true.
They just
Those are
hone it up.
Exactly.
So I remember years ago, and I don't remember all the details, but someone I knew had a chemical peel. Do they still do that?
I do them all the time.
Really?
All the time.
So that actually removes a layer of skin?
Correct.
Is it painful?
No, it is not. It absolutely is not. It's more of an increased heat and a tingle sensation, and then what our company, you leave the peel on for 24 hours, and then the next morning you cleanse it off. So your benefits are increased. So peels are not painful, but peels are amazing. I have immense results by far. Yes, you can get a peel. Yes, men get a peel. Just letting
Okay.
you know. I have a lot of male clients that get peels.
Okay. So does that make you look younger?
It does, but the issue is skin health. Yes, your skin is healthier, for sure.
Okay. Do you, and I asked this of Lisa because she's going to be our chair next year, as you know, and obviously I see you being there as a chair one of these days. I know that's a goal of yours. I think it's a goal of yours.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Okay.
Well, I'm hoping it's a goal of yours. So, but
You had a lot of women.
but even as a board member, do you see us going in the right direction? What changes if you were going to be chair? Is it a specific change that you would do in the way, whether it be our mission statement, whether it be the way we hold our meetings, or any changes that you think would be beneficial to the general operation of the chamber?
Ambassador program.
Well, we're working on
Yes,
that.
I do.
And Amy's, yeah.
Ambassador program. And I've told you that.
Spot on.
Right. I've told you that.
Absolutely spot on.
Ambassador program is crucial.
And, and so many people don't realize what the role of an ambassador is. They think it's out glad handing at luncheons and selling 50. It's you know what it is.
No.
It's membership retention. It's the worst thing I can hear from a member is the only time I hear from you is when you send me an invoice for your annual dues. That's the worst thing any chamber exec could hear. And so the ambassadors are supposed to be the buffer, because our staff, I mean, we can't call every member.
No.
But we relate, we answer questions, we respond to our members. That's what we do. And I think for whatever success we have had is because of that. Because I insist on it. I insist. There isn't a phone call I don't ever return, no matter how distasteful I think it may be, or an email I don't answer. And our staff, as you know, is the same way. So the ambassador program, as I said, is the buffer that between the staff and the member to call, and we don't want calls anymore. We want personal visits for the ambassador to go in, visit the member, sit down with them. We have a 5-question questionnaire that we ask them to answer. And by the way, we have had responses that have changed the way we do things over the years, because a member may have said, well, we think you're doing this, but maybe this would be better. And we have taken advice. So it's an invaluable to us to have that ambassador do their job. As you know, a couple of years ago, I disbanded it. We had 20 or 22 ambassadors. They didn't do the calls.
Right.
They didn't. They went out. They wanted to. So my message to this new group that Amy has handpicked, and we're inviting ambassadors now. They're not just volunteering. We're inviting them, and so the message is that Amy gives them: do your calls, turn in your sheets, and then at a business after hours, you can glad hand. You can pass that. You could sell 50/50s or do the networking that you
Right.
want to do. So that's the icing on the cake.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Ambassador program is crucial. I know for myself, I've been a member of the chamber. Well, I'm a huge advocate of chamber
I know
membership,
you are.
first of all.
Thank you for that.
Interesting story. Yesterday, I got home and my husband said, I got a call from, and he's like, remember this? Because I used to pull wire with Dean, Dean
did
and I
you?
I pulled wire with Dean. So we knew this company, local in this area. It was a husband and wife, and they had a bunch of people that worked for them. Well, evidently he passed away last year, and now it leaves it to the wife. And so the wife, out of the clear blue, called Dean, and she's distraught. She's got this company, it's still there, but she just doesn't know, she's floundering, she doesn't know what to do. So his first question, are you in the chamber? Not chamber, not any, he said, are you in a chamber? That was his first
Interesting.
question to her.
Interesting.
Dean,
That's-
of all people,
yeah,
right?
that's great.
He didn't ask her any other thing other than after he said, "Are you okay?"
That's
are you
great.
in a chamber? And she said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Well, the first thing that you're going to do tomorrow is you're going to go to da 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 da, and you're
he's-
going to join that chamber."
So he's an ambassador for us too. That's great.
So,
That's-
I mean, that's the first thing that you do. That's your first order of business.
and I know that you do that, and you've referred so many people to us. So we're winding down. Is there anything that you might want to tell us that we haven't covered, or?
Yes, absolutely. There's a few things. So, for those of you out there that if you're moving here, you're thinking of moving here, you're visiting here, if there's any information that you need, I know for myself, when I travel anywhere, even if it's to another county in Florida, I always make it a point to stop into their Chamber of Commerce. They are a plethora of information no matter what. You could be looking for anything and you're going to find it at the Chamber of Commerce, any of your local chambers. That's what they're there for. Right? I mean, that is. You walk in, where do I go to eat? Where do I get my nails done? Where do my kids go to get kite surfing? Where, anything and above. Where do whatever. You go to the chamber first. Don't Google anybody. Don't go to the chamber.
That Google is, whoa.
I know, but go to the chamber.
Yeah.
Call the chamber.
Thank you for that message.
Go to the chamber.
That's a great one.
I lived in California, and my mother, every single year, I would get her a gift certificate. The first phone call I made when I lived in California was to the Stuart Martin County Chamber of Commerce. It was in 1994. And I asked
for a gift certificate.
Who do I call for a gift certificate? I don't know who answered the phone. And they sent me to Linda Lavelle, because at the time she was the only game in town. And every single year, for all her birthdays and all the holidays, I got a Linda Lavelle gift certificate from California.
It's interesting. We used to get a lot of those calls. Oh, so many of them. But again, now with the internet,
right?
It's changed the way we do things, obviously.
But the businesses are on the chamber website.
Yes, they are. And that's
so
yeah. And that it's
like going to the Better Business Bureau, right?
Yes, it is.
You can rely on it.
Yeah.
And
we obviously tell people, please go to our website, and our website is
it's amazing,
dynamite.
Mm-hmm. So that's I could just talk about the chamber all.
Well, thank you for that.
You know how I feel.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Candace, for appearing on the show, and we'll have you back sometime.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.